Hey guys, before we get into the podcast today, I gotta give you guys a quick disclaimer right quick. One, the audio in this is not peak. It could be better, but a lot of things kind of conflicted with allowing it to be better. We're missing Bengals audio, which means that I had to use my backup audio to get his commentary for the podcast. It's not terrible. It's not great though. So I'm sorry that you might not like how it sounds, but it's at least listenable. Like, it's not completely trash, as if it was, we would have scrapped it and started over with another episode. So sorry about that. Also, if you guys have any complaints, just blame Bengal. It's his fault. Yeah, it's his fault, so blame him. But enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you guys on Fox Channel next week, where hopefully we won't have these silly mistakes happen ever again. Also, for those listening on iTunes, please leave us a 5-star rating and a review. It helps out a lot. We want this thing to grow, and it cannot grow without you guys. So help us out. Even though this episode's not that great when it comes to audio content, it will be better in the future, I promise. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Tex is back over here at the MUTMen podcast, episode number 78. And what's going on, Gut Fox, man? How you doing?
Oh, not too bad, Tex. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm not as sick no more. This cough is still kind of lingering, but I'm not coughing up mucus, so I think that we are on the road to healthful bliss, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. This is like a 3-week sickness.
No, bro. I was sick since late July.
What?
Yeah, so roommate got sick, and then he got me sick, and then I got better, and then I got sick again. And so that's what it happened.
Sounds like you need to drink some more orange juice.
Bro, I think I might have spent a little too much on orange juice for the past couple of months. I've been drinking a gallon like a week, it seems like. I gotta chill on it. I feel like I just need to get better health insurance. So I can actually go to the doctor and not actually lose my arm and leg so I can afford it.
So just buying health insurance would make you automatically healthy?
I think so. I feel like my body won't get sick once it feels protected. With my protector right now, like, you know what? We're going to just get you sick so that way you can maybe think about taking care of yourself, being an adult one time in the future. But hopefully,
makes sense.
Hopefully,
Mind over matter.
Hopefully, this is the one sickness we get this entire year. So that way, we'll be good until next year, and then we'll hopefully won't die from whooping cough or pneumonia when that happens. But we got a guest on today that we had on about 6 months ago, probably a little 7 months ago now, where the last time we had him on kind of got heated, but he's a good friend of mine, good friend of Gut Fox's.
The highest rated podcast of all time, and I'm here again to go back to back, and I'm undoubtedly positive that will happen for sure.
Yeah. Hey, Bengal, you know you're my second favorite guest.
My man just cut me off.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you're the second favorite guest.
Don't even tell me. It's TT23 or Chewbacca Lemma, the scum of YouTube.
All the other ones are first. They're tied.
Tied for first.
Well, they didn't get the ratings, so you're welcome.
All right, Tex, go ahead, take over.
Apparently,
he is huge.
This might be his last episode, because if he keeps that big head on him, he might try to, charge us for an appearance, which we ain't doing that. We ain't paying nobody to come on this show.
I will end your podcast with one phone call.
All right. I want to see that happen, actually. That'd be kind of fun. But we got Bengal on. You guys know who he is. He's King of Rebuilds over here on YouTube. If you guys have not watched his stuff, don't, because his ego's kind of big right now.
Everyone else is already watching it, and everyone listening has been watching it for years. Welcome.
I'm still laughing at that one. With one phone call, I'll end your podcast. Go on without me for a second.
All right, got you. All right, so today's episode, we got a few things to talk about. I played Weekend League this first time. Bengal will probably start playing next week since he actually got back into his college dorm. So you wanted the people to know what exactly happened to where you didn't have internet or access to post any Madden content until, today, basically? You've been posting more Sporkle quizzes you have been bagging. What's going on with that?
Basically, there was an issue with the housing, and I said, do you guys know who I am? And they go, we're sorry, there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, you're going to receive a call from my lawyer. But anyway, I was living in a hotel for about a month, and just recently today, I have moved into an apartment-style building. So we're here, got 250 up and down. It's pretty amazing.
So you're living out of a hotel for a month while attending college classes?
Correct.
That sounds miserable.
It's part of the school. It's overflow housing.
But it's a hotel, though.
Oh, it's awful.
So parents stay there, to, I guess, visit their kids, but because they messed up with the housing by double booking like United Airlines be doing, they put you in a hotel for a month to live. That doesn't sound comfortable at all.
What it is like the school buys out like 7 or 8 out of like the 14 floors of the hotel.
Gotcha.
And just like you have a bunch of college kids, so it's like it was not as good as it sounds. Like I could hear people flush toilets 3 floors up. I'm like, these things are hydro power. I don't even know what's going on, but it was insane. It was awful.
You're staying in the trap houses of hotels. That's the school being cheap there.
Pretty much.
That's unfortunate.
Even get onto Ultimate Team. Like if I tried to go onto the auction block and load up a new filter, disconnect immediately.
That's how bad the internet was. I mean, you got what? You said 3 floors dedicated to college students trying to do their homework. Yeah, I can see how you couldn't play video games and post stuff. I'm glad you're back into the comforts of your actual room. If I'm the school, or if I'm you, I contact the school and say, this first month of my tuition for my housing, cut it off. Like, I didn't stay here. Yeah, I don't deserve this money.
Scholarship being made.
I mean, I understand that, but like you can still be like, I want that money in a check because I didn't stay in this dorm for a month.
They do pay me to go here. It's like I'm doing them a service by having me on the campus. I'm a draw. It's what it is. So.
Yeah, that's what gets you on the podcast. Texas, so Bengals got a reason to not post videos. Why are you only posting 3 in the last week?
In the last week?
Yeah, you got streams and then like 3 videos. What's your excuse? Give the people the content they want.
My excuse?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's Bengal's fault, to be honest with you. I told Bengal a couple ideas I wanted to do. He like, I can't get on the EA servers, bro. And so I couldn't do it. It's all Bengal's fault. It really is a big conspiracy if y'all look at it, the grand scheme of things. Like, I got this video. It's going to be dope. I want to combine all these teams into one team. And I need his help. And he's like, I got you. But I don't got you this week or next week or until I actually get comfortable. And so it's blame him. Blame him. It's his fault. This a big shot over here causing issues for my channel. And his channel thriving right now.
All you're saying right now is basically I'm the reason that your channel runs. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty accurate, actually. I think that's pretty accurate. I wake up for you to do YouTube just for you and only you. You're my inspiration.
I don't watch your videos.
So something we don't often talk about on the MUTMen podcast, the Madden 18 franchise mode. Now, Bengal, you are a very big franchise guy. You're part of the rebuild community. What would you say is your impression of the franchise mode in Madden 18?
I haven't even noticed anything changed. I could upload Madden 17, there'd be no difference.
Yeah.
Just rosters, not even kidding. Same exact mode. No changes other than they added a draft board, which is basically the same thing that it had last year, except it has a different name now. And it says a star instead of like an eye. That's all they changed for like when you scout prospects.
So would you say? Yeah, would you say it's what am I trying to long shot? Do you think long shot took away from the franchise development?
I think that's an excuse they might use, yeah. But
so what do you think the issue?
Actuality,
what do you think's the issue?
There's no revenue to be made in franchise. People get the game, they're going to deal with franchise, but people get the game and they play MUT and they invest more money in. A lot of people do. So that's how they're making money. Why waste time, resources on something that's not going to generate profit as much as another mode will?
Yeah, but what about like there are specific games out there that are franchise only simulators and there's no gameplay like with Madden, like Football Manager for the PC sells over 1 million copies a year. I know it's soccer, it's based on soccer, which is a bigger sport than football worldwide, but it still sells a ton of copies and there's no gameplay. It's just a franchise simulator. So the fact that EA is ignoring franchise seems kind of weird when there's other kind of competition out there for franchise modes that sell really well.
Yeah, like they had NFL Head Coach 09 was the last mode that was kind of like that, or last game, and that was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed that game because I like the team building aspect. That's kind of why I started Rebuilds, is because I like building the team and I would just simulate. I'm like, this could make for a good video. And like 2 years later, they finally caught on.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think they can do going forward?
I've been asking for like a more realistic experience almost with I know it'd be like a bigger game file, but if you could see like even just a quick 30-second highlight tape of each prospect or each top tier prospect, if they had like the first round and then maybe some others across the draft with just like 30-second highlight tapes, even though it's just like the engine of the game and it's not like actual plays. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm phrasing this
No, I
correctly.
get what you're saying. And then put them in like college-ish uniforms.
Highlight tapes, pop up on the screen, college, height, weight, whatever, and just show like, I don't know, 3 plays in quick succession of them making cool plays. And you could do it, it's the same template for every position pretty much, give or take, a few.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'd be cool. I also think that mock drafts would be really cool. They do that in NBA 2K. I don't know why they don't for Madden. I think a trade finder would be really cool for
That'd be the biggest thing, really. That'd be the biggest thing. I know 2K has it. That allows you to not have to spend 17 hours trying to find a suitable trade.
Yeah, I mean, I just think they're missing out on so many opportunities. And, if NBA 2K has it, I don't understand why Madden can't. And I know it's not the same game, it's not the same developer, but I feel like if one team of developers can code it in, then the other team should be able to fairly easily. I don't know what the time frame is on, but if you have a year to do so, I feel like you can at least get a trade finder. You can at least implement mock drafts. I feel like they're just missing out on so many different opportunities.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well agreed across the community, and the franchise guys have given a lot of feedback towards the Madden developers, and the Madden developers are always talking with franchise guys. Why does it seem like I know you said money, but I guess you already answered that question. Why are they getting ignored? Money, you said. Texas, do you have any thoughts on that? Why is franchise getting ignored?
It's I mean, money makes the most sense. I think they're probably ignoring it because they probably don't really, again, have maybe the resources to put what they want to the game. And so all they added this year that was, I think, new was the fact that you can pick up the season from anywhere, which is gonna be good for Bengal. That's gonna be good for. Well, that's gonna be good for you though, because imagine doing a rebuilding of the Browns in week 8. Like, instead of having to do everything yourself, simulate, you can just pick up and do it from there. So it's gonna be good for creative minds like that. But that's not really what people in the franchise wanted. So money's probably a thing. Maybe not having enough resources, or maybe just probably lack of creativity of what they can add. Because what they've been doing in the past is taking something out of the game that's new, and then rehashing it, and then bringing it back and calling it a different and make a big deal about it. So it's one of those 3 things. I'm not gonna call them outright lazy because I like to criticize behavior now. I learned my lesson: criticize behavior, not criticize the person. But the behavior kind of seems lazy. Yeah,
it's definitely something that EA's ignoring. I think it might not. I think it's just lack of resources. Like the upper management says, "Nah, F franchise. We're focusing everything on MUT," and they just don't devote any resources to it. So, hey, so something that maybe isn't well known about Bengal is that he also plays MUT, and so we'll talk the rest about this podcast with MUT stuff. And Flashback Friday, and MUT Guru said that it won't be every Friday. So do you think we're going to continue Madden 17's trends of having a different promo every Friday, whereas that's kind of like the promo drop for the week, as opposed to like say earlier in 17, 16, 15, where we'd have like specific weekly content like Mondays, Team of the Week, Tuesdays. Well, I guess Tuesday was Draft Champions last year, but Fridays would be Football Outsiders. Wednesdays were, what was Wednesday? Well, there was Schefter Stars, the back like 16, and like we had more consistent day-to-day weekly card drops. But now it just seems like there's one big promo every Friday, continuing from 17s. Do you guys see that happening going forward? And do you like that, or would you like the more consistent card drops in the game? Texas.
I'm not sure because I like the schedule, but it does get into a mundane routine where you expect things on certain days. And so I'm kind of a fan of them just dropping what they want when they want. So, I mean, because right now we already have the schedule. Monday, we got Gone on Leash and qualification for Weekend League. Tuesday, we're going to have Team of the Week. Wednesday, we have currently. Well, we have nothing, but they drop. What comes out Wednesdays? Nothing right now. Well, Outsiders in the future, but then as of right now, nothing. Thursdays. Again, I don't think anything comes out Thursdays and Fridays. I guess nothing as well. So I kind of like how they just do stuff when it makes sense to them. So if a promo revolving around a certain holiday or a certain time frame were to drop, I'm cool with it. Because in years past, it got to the point where you would just play Madden once a week because you knew what the drops were, and you just pull packs on Saturdays for the stuff that was coming out. So if they constantly keep changing it up and getting you on the game and getting that engagement in on a random day, like on a Wednesday or Thursday, I'm fine with the randomness of the games or the promos dropping.
Okay, Bengal, what are your thoughts on that?
For me personally, I don't really care about what schedule it is, but I wouldn't call it Flashback Friday because I think that insinuates that it would be every Friday. I think the more content, the better for me. I don't really care when it comes out.
I gotcha. Yeah, I personally prefer the schedule, and then they do those other promos randomly, like, the holidays that Texas was talking about. I really do like the constant, because then like Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, even if we get Flashback Friday or whatever, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Monday. Sorry, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Those days you're like, okay, there's nothing to do on MUT today. It's kind of boring. Whatever, I guess. I'll just play something else today. Whereas, like, if they actually put out some new players, some new Schefter stars, which was one of my favorite promos of all time, then I'm like, oh, shoot, let's get on and look at Schefter stars. Maybe open a pack for that. And into that, with the Texas, do you have something else to say on that?
No. Sorry.
Okay. With that, what do you think of the lack of limited time cards in this game? We've only gotten 2 so far with Tony Gonzalez and Brian Urlacher. Do you want to see more limited time cards in the game, Texas?
Probably not until they increase pack odds. Right now, everybody's kind of fell off the honeymoon phase of the game right now because they're noticing packs aren't really as good when it comes to pulling high overall cards as we were sold it was going to be. But like with limited time cards, I like them in the game when obviously you pull it, but when you're spending a bunch of money on packs and you can't even come close to getting a card for that, I don't really see the point in them being in the game because you're still only rewarding like 1% of like everybody that plays this game. So it'd be extra incentive to pull packs, and it'll make the guys who are spending money every single weekend have value that they can pull for. I kind of feel bad for the guys like Wills, Toke, Scomo, who will every Friday, every Monday, will buy a bundle. I'm like, why? I mean, they want to subscribe and understand that, but it's like, I don't get why you run out that money. So it'll make their pack openings a little bit more valuable, especially if they pull that card. But for me personally, until they increase like the pack odds and chance of you actually pulling that card, kind of don't care for the limited time cards being in packs because I'm not going to pull one.
Yeah, just in my opinion, it makes it more exciting and a reason to pull packs. Bengal, what's your opinion?
I see a lot of people on Twitter just talking about limited time. I gotta kind of agree with Texas on this. Like, unless they do something about the frequency and the rate in which these cards are pulled, it's not gonna matter. But I think, as far as content goes, like the limited time pull and the title is gonna entice more people. And for content creators, it'd be pretty good. But overall, I don't think it does that much for the mode. Just my opinion.
Okay, the thing is, like, the counter argument that these limited time cards, like on the weekend for the Legends, it gives us reason to pull, and a lot more people will pull packs during the weekend for them, and that'll lower the prices of the Legends across the board. Like right now, I see people tweeting there was only 2 DeMarcus Wares sold so far, full Legend. Yeah. So
what also looked at the Legend prices last year were the Legend packs weren't $15, like they were $7.50. So, like, it's more expensive. So I guess I can see why you want to put them in packs. That way, people will be like more enticed to spend that $15. But even like you don't even get a guarantee. I think even the topper doesn't even give you a Legend player from that week. So there's a lot of things EA can do on their part to make these prices crash. It shouldn't be solely based on us.
yeah, I get what you're saying, like to increase the pack odds. And those Legend packs this year, everybody, like the first weekend they were pretty good when those 84s or whatever going for a good amount, but it feels like they weren't worth it to me because they are $15. Because you might not even pull a Legend in those packs because you might choose another card because you're more than likely going to get an 81 or 82 overall Legend from those $15 packs. Yep. Whereas you'll probably take the the one that's like 84, 85 that you might get for the next card. So the supply of those Legend pieces are a lot less, and the fact that the 89s or 90s are just like 1 or 2 overall stats lower than the full Legend, but like over half the price less. More than or about half the price makes a lot of people just use those pieces, so that way it drives the pieces price too because those have a lot of value.
Like Marshall Falk pieces used a lot. I don't know how many weekend games I played this weekend. What league games weekend league games where I would look at the guy's top 3 as 89 Marshall Falk or 80 or 90 Larry Allen. Like the dude wasn't even really worried about getting a 92 overall at all because that one plays just as good.
Yeah. So, you wanted to talk about Toke's rant on pack odds, Texas?
Yes. So, Toke went on a rant on Twitter, which is what Toke does occasionally after pulling a lot of packs. And it was actually kind of crazy to look at this, what he was talking about. I'm pulling it up right now, because he did Pack Wars this past weekend, where I believe 6 streamers were all on Twitch or YouTube pulling. I don't know if it was gold player packs, the ones that are 75 coins, basically, which are pro packs this year, or they're pulling the gold premium packs. But he was frustrated at the fact that he said 6 people pulled these packs. I think $1,200 was spent. So I guess each streamer spent about $200, and not 185 overall was pulled. And he said, "Stay woke." And then he's basically talking about, somebody asked, "Are pack odds bad?" Toke was like, "No, everything has great value, but the entertainment value is trash." And he says he's gonna rant, but fair play. EA's putting out 5 bundles to buy. I think they only care about the almighty dollar, which EA has been accused of in the past. And he basically goes on to talk about how he believes that if you spend $100 in the game, you should get value for the $100 you spend, not like better value than we're getting right now. And so the rant was pretty on point, if I had to say so myself, because I didn't really like. That's why I don't pull many packs. Like, I see all these guys pull packs, I'm like, oh, that's dope, but like I don't see the value there other than just the golds. And until this past weekend, golds weren't going for a certain amount of price. Now they're going for crazy since they added the team leader sets and made those cards a little bit more expensive to get. But before, I'm like, I don't really see the point of spending money in the game. It's not what it was last year, where you basically put $100 into it, unless you buy the baby gold packs, which is what you recommended doing, and got good value back out of it. But the entertainment value, like Coke said, like not being able to pull an 80th overall card out of between 6 streamers is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. It's the age-old debate of value in packs, where you can get a return on your coin through these golds that I think EA's done a really good job making golds valuable in packs versus the high overall cards that you can pull out of it. Bengal, what are your thoughts on packs and specifically, value in them?
I mean, I've been known to pull a few packs in the past and present, I suppose. But I feel like it's not fun for anyone if you're just pulling cheap elites. And I know, like, I don't know if EA's mindset is we'll turn down the pack odds so people will keep pulling more in order to get that, high overall. But at some point, how many packs do you need to pull and never get anything to say, screw it, I'm never opening another pack again? Because I know people are like that. So I just think they're going about it the wrong way. And I think if you saw more, high overalls pop out, it would, I think, fix the market a little bit. And it would increase the amount of people that would get packs. You imagine you're watching your favorite content creator, they pull, let's say, Ezekiel Elliott, and they go, wow, he pulled Zeke, I'm going to get on and get some packs. I feel like that's more bound to happen than people just trying to pull and getting nothing. Yeah. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, the packs and how terrible they are turn people off of them, and so a lot of people have pride and no money spent. And,
Yeah, this year, nobody spent is eating because of the NATs. You're getting the Gone Unleashed and all the solo challenge of that matter. And it's kind of crazy too, because like I've had pretty good luck on Xbox when it came to basically pulling the squad packs, but I got good value for those packs. But I've seen some people have better like teams than other people who actually spent money on the game without like buying players. Obviously, like I've seen guys pull like out of gauntlet packs 90 overall players. One of my opponents in Weekend League had 2 NAT 90 overall players. He had Von Miller, and he had, who's the other guy? Von Miller, and the other one was a receiver. I think it was Julio. Is Julio 90?
Wow. Yeah, Julio's 90.
Yeah, so he had better luck out of NAT packs than some people have actually spending money. Which is just like, it's not, like, why is that? The people that spend money should probably have better value. Now, they get coins, obviously, and they get players they can sell to get more coins. So I get the exchange there, but I still don't know why that's the case.
Well, on one end, you got the people saying that, shoot, I just totally lost my train of thought. I totally forgot what I was going to say.
It's okay. Let me ask this before you, if you can remember it. So, do you think Madden 18 is the best? Is the best year?
Shit, sorry. I just pulled fucking Julio. I'm not even kidding.
Picks or it didn't happen. Put it up on Twitter, man.
He like made a weird audible sound. Oh.
We were just talking about him, and
I know, and you just pulled Julio, huh? Wow.
Oh shit, sorry.
Were you recording it at least?
It's in my Elgato, but I wasn't audio or anything.
Oh, nice. Well, that's good. Good.
Continue. My bad.
So, besides for Bengal pulling packs, is this the best year for no money spent overall?
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Bengal, what are your thoughts?
It absolutely is. With the Gauntlet Unleashed, like you were just talking about it, and you have so many people like that. Like you guys had Chewy on last week? Like,
Yeah.
he has a no money spent team, and he's always got one of the best teams in the game. He's got high overall, like the highest in the game pretty much. Like last year, his team was stacked, and he always has a ton of coins. And it just shows like, and even with him growing, more people are like, wow, you can have a sick team with no money spent, just investing time, and it's like it's going to turn even more people off from packs.
Yeah. Texas, what are your thoughts?
I think it's probably is the best one because, I mean, we have good rewards in the past. I mean, but the gauntlet this year has just been spectacular. And now you can have a trash team. I've seen guys, again, pull like 85 Cameron Wake and all that stuff, but it's like you're more likely to pull something good out of those packs than not. And again, I've seen guys play weekend league games and they actually spent money on their team and they're out here getting 84 overalls out of their pack. Meanwhile, I'm over here playing the gauntlet and I got, Patrick Peterson and I got Landon Collins to show for it. So I think if you're going to go nobody spent this year, this is definitely the game. Especially now they dropped the team leader solos where you can get basically 640,000 coins for playing those. Yeah, you can basically do that. Now, it kind of sucks, though, when we get to this later on. A lot of the guys you buy are trash because they don't have these certain thresholds to make them elite. But at least you're being able to pick up some players that help you win some games online if you decide to play competitively.
Yeah. So I'll just say one last thing before we get into maybe thresholds. Packs. I think like if you're buying packs, Toke's completely 100% correct. You're not going to get a high overall pull unless your name's Bengal.
He didn't buy packs, though. He just probably put it with coin.
But
right?
Toke was also right before the year when he said packs are lit. And when he went down to EA Play and opened those packs and talked about how great they were. Because, like Texas said, with those Baby Goat packs, the value in these packs are phenomenal. So I guess it's the extra work of having to take the money that you spent on these cards and selling in the auction house. Like a Baby Goat bundle, $90 with EA access. $90 for 400 to 500,000 coins, about what you could return on those bundles. Now, I don't know if there's nothing that's come close to that since, but so the value is there in the packs. It's not exciting like Toke said. So
yeah.
I don't hate packs this year. I also think no money spent guys are being very well catered to. Texas and me disagree on the team leader program a little bit. I thought it was better than he did. We talked about that last week, so we don't need to go back into it. But so far, there's a few with my only about MUT 18. My only thing that I really don't like is the lack of limited time cards and maybe the other few minor things. But moving on after that statement, that little rant. So
sec, though. So Toke also said something like he wishes that he didn't go down to the EA Capture event.
Why did you say that?
He did mention it, but he deleted that tweet. I remember specifically reading. I was like, he said he wishes he said it was a shit show. I believe that's what he quoted. Or that was his quote. It was a shit show. He wished he didn't go. He deleted that tweet though, so I guess that might have been the liquor talking, if that wasn't the case, or maybe I don't know. So I don't know if PAX were actually lit.
So it's kind of like that dude Sly's video on that one marketplace with the slots. You think EA juiced the packs for Toke and the other streamers down there?
I don't think they juiced that. I just think the 80 overalls probably got into their. They probably fell into the hype a little bit too much. I don't think the odds were juiced. Because, I mean, I didn't really see many pull packs out. The only pack I saw people pull pre-launch was that weird pack that just could pick any elite you wanted out of it.
Yeah.
It's the only pack I see. So, baby's talking about that pack.
The selection packs, are those like the legend selection packs?
Kind of sort of where, well, no, actually a bit different. I think you basically just open the pack and you get all the elites in the game.
Oh.
So
no, he had a video on just pack pulling. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So Toke said it was a shit show. That's kind of weird. I wonder what he meant by that, but we'll probably never find out.
Hopefully, I mean, that's what I read. I'm hoping that I read it right. I don't want like issues.
We'll wait till next weekend. Maybe he'll elaborate on it after the next stream.
You can get him
on
the show.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. So thresholds you talked about. Do you want to kind of give a background on thresholds, Texas?
Thresholds. So for those that don't know what thresholds are, every year in EA they have these animations that you can get, or I guess animations most likely. Animations that you can trigger for hitting certain thresholds. We went over a couple of weeks ago talking about with the trucking, where I was upset that trucking was between 70, 89 for, I guess, tier 2, which didn't make any sense to me because like I don't know why these guys get the same animation. But we're not going to get to that right now. But basically, the thresholds is there's going to be certain ratings in the game where you get better animation than others. And so today we'll be focusing on Zone, which is basically changing how people play Madden right now.
Pretty crazy, or at least for the people in the know. So
yes, people that know, people that are not in the know, are wanting to get into the know and trying to figure out what they need to do to find out what I know.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Go ahead, educate us, educate us all.
All right. So I'm sorry, whoever put that video out. You know that guy put the video out first about the zone.
Cows. Yeah.
Isn't he a competitive Madden player? Cows.
Yeah. He's a competitive Madden player.
Competitive Madden player. He put a video testing zone thresholds. He learned from the master. Gut Fox put one of that, I want to say, a couple of years ago, and he decided to copy. And last year, I mean, you might have been at 16, might have been at 17. I'm not too sure. Yeah.
I did it in 16 and 17.
Yeah. So he put one out this year, and he basically was testing what made a guy break on the ball, which was either play reg, awareness, or zone. And we all know the answer to that. Gut Fox did the video back then, and we knew it was zone coverage that made you break on balls more so than man coverage and more so than awareness and play recognition. And so he was doing the testing, and he found out that when you get to 91, that's where you want your cornerbacks rating to be because they break on the ball extremely fast. So I know Zan did a test today as well, but basically what in this video showcase was when you have 91 zone of your cornerback or your safety or your linebacker for that matter, whenever the quarterback winds up through the ball, the cornerback will automatically react to where the ball is being thrown. And so it will change the way you play Madden because C routes, corner routes, all those routes that people were running to expose the fact that zones are broken in this game just get erased. And so it made the market go crazy. A lot of these guys that have 91 zone stock. I'm going to do a video soon testing 91 zone in Madden and see if it works the same way as 91 zone stock on a guy. But if he has 91 zone...
You mean with chemistry?
Chemistry being boosted to 91. Because that'd be a good way to test chemistry because we all have had those conspiracy theories in the past where does chemistry actually work on these guys' card. But
that's a really good video. Yeah,
it's gonna be kind of fun to do because I know Sherman has it and I know Bouye has it stock. So, but 91 zone stock. If he has it stock, they just play so much better. So, Bouye went up crazy expensive. I know Keeps Lee went up as well. Chris Harris, pretty much anybody that can get 91 zone or has 91 zone, and it saved my weekend league because I was not having to worry about getting abused by hike and haul quarterbacks rolling out of the pocket, throwing the routes where you know your guy's supposed to be there to stop it, but wasn't. And so I mean, like I'm really happy that guy put a video out because it again made my playing of Madden much more fun this past weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I got Harris and Woodson all on tier 3 read and react, and yeah, it definitely makes it a little bit easier. Although I'm looking at the prices now, I'm really glad I bought before last weekend because now Harris is up over $1 million. So, but based off this information, I don't know. It seems like every threshold is just about set at 90 or 91. Does it seem that way, Texas?
No, I don't know because it's just kind of hard to gauge. But that one you can actually see because I seen 94 finesse move and play with the or 90 plus finesse move with the Calais Campbell, and when you use him, he looked beastly. But then I seen guys. Like some games where he just can't do anything. And so it's kind of hard to see with other things with a threshold at 90 where you can actually see the result in game. Because you can't see for linemen because it's randomness. You can't really see with trucking because, again, it's more random than anything. I seen, like, running backs run into cornerbacks like Deion Sanders and then get tackled. Like, Deion has secure tackler on it. Can't truck him. And so with this one, you can actually see it. So if all of them are set at 90, I wouldn't know about it because you can't see it in game.
Yeah, because I know EA said they were going to put a blog out on all this, and they haven't, which is kind of disappointing. But 91 is also the route running threshold that we know of. So, Bengal, what's your thoughts on thresholds? Do you think it should be a stat in game, or do you think it should be kind of like a smooth progression?
What do you mean by stat in game?
So, like in the game, 91 makes you break on the ball really fast. 90 or 89 doesn't. Do you think it should be more like progression based, like 88 slow, like breaks a little bit slower than 89?
Yeah, absolutely. It makes no sense. Like, why would you like 88 is clearly better than 85, but if it plays the exact same, why would it matter? Why are you going to go out and spend 200K on a safety with 88 or 89 zone? Well, you can spend 25K on a safety with 85 and they play the exact same.
Yeah,
that's pretty much.
So unfortunately in the Lost podcast with Rex, I made this same ask of him. He didn't really. I really wish I had put that out, but he didn't really answer it very specifically why it's that way. But he said, there's a lot of things that go into cards. Some things are not threshold based, like speed or whatnot. But I'm right there with Bengal. I agree.
I agree
Texas
with that as well. Like, again, that's why I said overalls don't matter. If these thresholds are going to dictate the range where you can have these guys react, like, what's the point of getting Eric Berry when I can just use Rodney Harrison? Like, it's the same player, basically. Like, the 83 Rodney Harrison. That's the one I have on my team right now. I'm like, why upgrade if it's not going to be a slowly improvement of breaking on the ball? Also, why doesn't play rec and awareness factor into his zone? Like, so if he has a lower zone, but he has high play rec awareness, shouldn't he react faster than a guy with low awareness and play rec? But no, they don't tie those things into it. So it just kind of makes it annoying. But also, it makes me want to build my team around 91 zone guys now.
Yeah, they're expensive, but in a couple of months, they're gonna be a little bit cheaper and a lot easier to build around. And then above 91 zone, what the hell is the point of upgrading your CBs? So with this, about your point on play rec and awareness coming into breaking the balls, I'm fine with one stat playing into how a certain player plays, and it's like play rec. I'm fine with play rec just affecting whether they can recognize run versus pass or play action, that kind of thing, and then zone whether they break on a ball. So it's just like one stat to one thing. I'm totally fine with that. That makes complete sense to me. I don't like it when they kind of mix it in and then jumble, because then they can just make whatever they want up. Whereas like if it's just one to one, it's a lot easier to and know what. Yep, exactly, and to know how your team's going to perform.
So and then I like that option as well, but they don't tell me play rec and awareness matters when it comes to passing like playing defense.
Yeah.
So don't sell me. I know what matters when it comes to diagnosing the run, but don't sell me that helps me in coverage. So people were really believing, I need to get 90 awareness guys out here to help me be able to stop these glitchy corner routes, these glitchy C routes that I can't guard. No, because EA sold us that's what it was. That's not what it is. So I'm cool with them doing one thing, but don't tell me it does something else when it doesn't.
Very good point. And that's just, it is what it is. That's EA being EA, and people, making things up or assuming things. So with this, in a couple months with this patch and the way these guys react to the ball, I mean, this game with that one patch, and let me know what you guys' thoughts. Bengal, I'm going to ask you first what your thought on this patch was. But this game has gone from a huge offensive game with high scores to a really locked down defensive game. Is that I know you've been without internet, Bengals, so you haven't really noticed it. But so maybe not a great question for you. But would you rather have, I guess my question, would you rather have an offensive game or a defensive game?
Well, I'm a pretty boring guy in a lot of ways. Like, I would much rather see a really great defensive game than an offensive game, and I know like 99% of people that watch football or probably play Madden are the exact opposite. But I'll take an interception over a touchdown any day. It's just personal preference. I love defense, and I don't want to see games come out here and embarrass each other, scoring 49 points. It's like, it's just not for me. I know a lot of people have an adverse way of thinking. That's just me personally. If what you're saying is true, which I assume it is, I just haven't played it enough, because I only played for about a week or two in August before coming down here to school. It's like, in MUT squads, for some reason, defense was amazing for me, and then it's like I played head-to-head, or draft champs, or MUT draft, whatever they call it, and I would be scoring 45-plus points per game. It's like, what's the variation on that for me? I don't know if you guys have played a lot of MUT squads and noticed that.
Yeah, it's a bit different. Like, I don't know what it is as well.
It seems almost like two different engines, like it was last year with franchise and Ultimate Team, and even draft champions in Ultimate Team. I don't know if you guys noticed that either, but it felt like you were playing a different game. The game speed was different.
I like this year, and instead of not saying anything about it, they sold it as a feature. They said, "Oh, that's simulation versus competitive versus what the hell's the other one? Arcade." Yeah. So it's like last year. Yeah, this. It's not a bug. It's a feature this year.
Love it.
But so no, I definitely noticed MUT squads is a lot harder to score. So 3 users out there, it's a big deal. Plus, if you get one guy in the D line getting insta pressure, it's pretty locked down.
It's a bit different, and generating pressure is easy. Like Vernon will go against Joe Thomas in MUT squads and go against him in weekend league and just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's completely different. It's like they're trying to Like you can use the pass leading mechanic all day you want in weekend league or in online head to head. You can't use it in MUT squads. You get instant sacked. Like it's crazy how those are like there's different sliders, man. There has to be.
Do you think it's on arcade in MUT squads?
No, it's all competitive, but my guess is the sliders are different. Like I think the sliders on MUT squads are different than sliders on MUT draft, which are different than sliders in actually MUT.
Weird.
It's not universal across the board, and it probably shouldn't be, because especially, but then again, it probably if you're gonna say it's competitive mode, it probably should all be consistent. Even though I don't have a problem with it being different, it's just I hate how the game plays different.
Yeah, agreed. So, Bengal, what's your favorite mode then for what you played?
MUT squads is a ton of fun.
Okay.
Very much enjoy it personally. I think coming into the year, I was like, I've already played, team play. I'm like, that was pretty good. It got a little stale after a little while, and I thought it was real cheesy. I don't know if you guys remember, like Madden 13, I think was the last time I really played it, and you could just be a wide receiver and just swerve all around, and no one could track you, and just still throw perfect passes, and it was just super cheesy. And I'm like, that's going to be the same thing this year. They're going to say they fixed it. They didn't, just like the way that the same thing always happens. We fixed zone coverages. No, you didn't. I feel like it was going to be the same way. But then I actually get in there and you're playing with your friends, having a good time. It's been awesome. I haven't played it in like a couple weeks or a few weeks, but I remember it being a great time. I haven't played enough head-to-head. I really can't weigh in on my favorite mode other than that. I have a lot of MUT squads.
Hey, did you guys see Clickwood's videos on all the bots going into MUT squads?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'll give a quick summary of it. Basically, people are farming coins in MUT squads by getting a bot, and they're getting, I don't know, 50, hundreds of them is what Clickwood speculated on, because they're infesting the ladder. But basically, they have the bot set up to hit A every, like, I don't know, 8 seconds or so they don't get, like, kicked or nothing. And then they just go in there as, like, the head coach, hopefully, and hope their teammates can carry them to a win. And then if they don't win, they get, like, what, 100 coins. If they win, they get, what was it, 700 or something, Texas?
1,000 for winning.
1,000. And then they also...
Yeah, 800 for losing, 1,000 for winning.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize it's 800 for losing.
I think I don't lose much. I think it's either 800 or 500, one of those two.
Okay. I know in regular head-to-head it's 1,500, but I didn't know MUT squads. Anyways, they also get those collectibles from MUT squads if they win. And basically they're farming coins because it doesn't take any contracts up. So, and then my friend, I'm not going to say who, maybe more than one of them, is doing the same thing with their account for MUT Master. They're basically just going into a MUT squads game on their like PlayStation Portable or whatever when they're away from the whatever. They're hitting A and they're going into the game. Hope their teammates carry them, and then they're actually getting quite a few wins every day with it. And I'm like, oh shit, that's actually a good idea because I got to finish off those MUT squad games too. But what do you guys think? Whenever there's a possible exploit, it feels like somebody's there to take advantage of it. And EA, I don't know what EA can do to win here, but Bengal, what do you think about those bots?
I think it's awful. In my opinion, a great idea. I just think it's cheating. I'm not about that.
Yeah. Texas?
You're not about cheating?
No.
No.
Unless it's on one of my 18 girlfriends.
No.
Whoa.
But, I mean, it's kind of cool that people are figuring out ways to get coins over here. And if a guy is doing that, I don't... Is it an exploit, though? Is it an exploit? Because what is the term exploit, defined as? I feel like that's a good way to make coins. The guy's going out and buying a bunch of consoles, and he is just setting up something where, a bot or, I don't know, something just presses X. I feel like that's pretty cool. And he probably shouldn't get banned for it. He probably is going to get banned if they figure out who's doing this. They could probably tell, obviously. But I don't see that as an exploit because he's not exploiting anything. He's playing a game. Just he's playing 15 at the same time. I don't think it's a bot. I think it's somebody has a weird setup in their house with 5 monitors and 5 Xboxes or PS4s. And they just have a cat or something pressing X every 5 seconds. I don't think it's a bot.
Cat?
I don't know how you can get a bot to do that because especially because it's not a PC game. Do bots really infest console games like that?
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, you can. There's mobile. You can get PlayStation mobile stuff, right? And then you can get a computer on that. You can do it through your computer. I think Windows has something you can do that. You can play.
They have smart glass, so I guess you can probably end up exploiting. But I don't think it's an exploit though. I feel like because an exploit's kind of hacking and getting all that stuff. I feel like this is kind of just one. It's not hacking. Yeah. He's playing 35 minutes worth of game, bro.
What about the? Yeah,
he isn't, but he is though. Like he's in the game for the half an hour. He deserves a coin. He's not making much coins. I mean, if you're doing it on a grand scheme of things, yeah. But he's basically playing 35 minutes for a squads game, where he basically gets 500 coins for losing. Like doesn't seem like much worth time for me. But I guess if you guys think that it is an exploit, I guess I can't argue with you.
That's just my opinion.
It's 24 hours a day though, Texas. Every day of the week, it adds up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it will add up, but I feel like your internet bill costs more than actually the coins you get back.
Maybe.
A flat rate.
Yeah. If you could somehow get
Electricity
somehow
Maybe your electricity bill.
Yeah.
I mean, you could emulate it too, potentially, if you have that kind of software. I don't know if there is a emulator for Xbox One, probably not. But also with that, like Texas, you don't think that's an exploit? What about like other in-game mechanics, like the swerve last year? Was that an exploit?
Well, so the swerve, I don't think it was an exploit, but I can see how you thought it was because you couldn't stop it.
Somebody, no way.
But
You didn't
EA
think the swerve
says-
was an exploit?
EA says it's in the game, but it's in the game. Like I can't do nothing about that. That's EA slogan.
Rex said the swerve was an exploit.
Rex also said blocking doesn't need tuning. So I mean, not blocking, I mean tackling. So I don't know what to believe from that guy. Just saying. Like, I mean, dog, I got trucked by Kirk Cousins this past week in the weekend league, but on a linebacker. You said tackling don't need to be improved?
What are you talking about? Quarterbacks truck players all the time. Do you see Jay Cutler lowered his shoulder?
Yeah, against the
Earl Thomas?
cornerback. This is Nigel Bradham. He got trucked by Kirk Cousins.
That's
Like,
true.
He's a lighter linebacker.
And Deion Sanders is out here laying hit sticks, so you're kind of right.
Like tackling needs the tuning, but I can't believe. But yeah, obviously this was an exploit. I was just out here, just kind of got caught. He boxed me in. Slide fox there, boxed me in there. But like with this,
Why
one,
would you deny it though?
I just feel like this one's just a bit different because like you kind of got to do a lot to get a little. I don't know if that's an exploit.
I believe it's 100% an exploit. I'm there with Bengal on that one.
Let's just say, for sake of argument, it's 500 coins every half an hour. She's at about 35 minutes for a Must-Buzz game. We'll take that down to 30, and we'll say that he wins some games. So maybe we'll do 600 coins every half an hour, which equals 1,200 coins every hour. Times that by 24, that's 28,800 coins per day. You multiply 28,800 by, I don't know, let's just say he does it for a month, 30 days. It's 864K in a month.
Yeah, but I'm also saying that he can just play mud squads for that long. Like I just don't see the benefit of it because like it doesn't really do much for anybody except for the person doing it, and it's not much he's gaining from it. Like an exploit was what we did last year with the putting bronze cards into a set. That was EA's fault, but it was still an exploit because we all benefited from it except for them. I feel like in this case that guy is dedicating a console and his internet and his cable bill, his electricity bill, just for 28,000 coins. Like that doesn't seem. It doesn't seem. Yeah, it's a day, but it doesn't seem worth it. Cause like right now, if you want, you can watch ads every day and get friggin' 50 coins. Like I don't see that being an exploit. I just see that being just the thing you want to do. It's like 30 seconds though. Like it's a 30-second ad. Like it's not. You can watch as many as you want. So I just don't see it being an exploit. That's all I'm saying.
So Texas, that's a feature they put in the game, is the ad for 50 coins. That's not an exploit. That's something they thought of and put in the game specifically for us. How's that an exploit when they put it in the game?
No, I'm saying that like if he wanted to, he can do that with the ads, and nobody would have an objection to it. I just feel like it's not much.
So, Texas, your point is it's only an exploit once it's over a certain threshold of.
I guess it's only an exploit if it benefits him to the point where it makes sense why he's doing it. Anybody doing this right now, if they're doing it on one console, they're just being stupid. But I guess
clearly,
Let's just say, for example, he's doing it on even as small as 3. That's still like nearly
24 hours. Yeah, but I feel like the bills he's paying is a lot more there. That's my whole thing. Like I just feel like it's not really an exploit if you got to pay more money on the back end than you do on the front end to do it.
Yeah, but it's an exploit in game though, no matter the real world cost.
Is it?
It's an unintended benefit to that guy.
Well, he's not really benefiting though because we're probably not.
So Texas, one more thing.
Like I get what you're saying. What's up?
Why do you agree for thresholds for exploits but not for stats in game?
Why do I agree for thresholds for
for the exploits? Why does it have to be over a certain dollar amount for an exploit in game, but you're okay with thresholds?
So my thing is it's not benefiting him to do it on one console. So
but it is. Nobody would do something if it didn't benefit them.
I play Madden. Well, no, people play Madden all the time. They don't benefit them. They just play. They put money in the game on packs. It doesn't benefit them.
But there's no reason. There's no reason to program a bot to do something for you if it doesn't benefit you.
I mean, that may be true. People do a lot of dumb things. So I'm just looking at the whole thing just from the coin perspective. Like, I understand, if he was making 1 million coins a day, all right, cool, exploit. But I feel like him doing this 24 hours, only making 28,000 coins is not worth the hassle.
But it all adds up.
I know it adds up. I understand that I can do math. I understand it could add to a lot.
It is.
It could.
It is.
I just don't see.
And it's ruining the game for other people that want to play MUT squads legitimately.
They get 3 friends. That was mean. That was very
but then if your opponent are bots, then it's like, well, what the hell am I playing this for?
We'll get 3 friends.
If they're just gonna jerk us around for 30 minutes.
Yeah, which happens already.
30-0 with nobody playing on the other team. I'm not having fun enjoying the win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, blowout's not that fun. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's that big. I feel like just one
it's already big.
Yeah,
I see posts on the subreddit about people saying like
bots.
every game of theirs have bots in them with random names.
Yeah. I guess maybe once more people start doing it, it might get to the point where it is. But I just don't see it as being an exploit. I guess now.
Right. Yeah, we spent enough time on it already. Yeah. We got to get Bengal off. He's got to watch his Giants. We'll end the thing with the Giants prediction. The predictors promo. Did you get every single one of the predictors promo? Oh wait, you didn't have your internet. I figured you'd be.
But I would hypothetically, looking back on week 1 and whatever the solos and sets happen to be. Yes, I got everyone correct.
I look forward to your predictors promo video in the future for future weeks because I need a free 89 overall. All right. Moving on to dashboarding, it became a pretty huge deal last week after that dude Sly, the former MUTMen co-host, released a video on how to do it on PlayStation. Now, I'm on Xbox One, and I think people tried to dashboard me during Weekend League, but it didn't work, and I got the win anyways. They take a little bit of time on the pause screen, and then they'd unpause, they'd pause it, and I think they tried to get dashboarded, but I think it might not be an issue on Xbox One. There's always random disconnects and whatnot, but I think it's PS4. It's ruining their system from what I heard. Bengal, let me hear your thoughts on dashboarding.
I will first comment on that dude Sly. High five. Sly is a great guy, and the video was hilarious in my perspective. It's unfortunate to say I don't care because it's not happening to me, but that's where I stand.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that.
That's ridiculous.
I might just go and play around a franchise for a couple hours and screw around, get 200K views. I don't know.
No big deal.
My disconnects doesn't affect me.
It doesn't matter if it doesn't affect you. Yeah.
Like, it's a problem, and the people should be banned forever.
Yeah. Texas.
That's not even a joke.
Forever.
Yeah. Console ban. Yeah. Do it. I like that. I like Bengals. I like Bengals' hardline attitude. I'd follow that man anyway.
That once. No one disconnects someone and go, "Ooh, that was fun. Well, never again." No, they're like, "Oh, that was awesome. Time to go 25-0, disconnecting everyone that maybe is a problem."
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, I think the biggest exploit is, and now that it's out there, we know people have been doing this for years. And I there might be one on the Xbox One. I could be talking about my ass right there. But like the guys that are actually pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna throw out names, but like if they say they have like a winning percentage, like say they're natural like 70% win percentage, but then they can DC the guys like problem and raise that win percentage to like 90. So like they don't actually disconnect you every single game. So it's a little harder to track from EA's perspective. But if they do it like once a day, artificially increasing their win rate, like I think those are the biggest ones that are hardest ones to find. But like those are the competitors that are making tournaments, and that's kind of been the biggest issue for competitive Madden is the guys that have been DCing and then have been making the tournament. So it's good that it's out there in that sense, that it's kind of like, all right, everybody knows these people are doing it, and it's kind of like a big debate in the exploit community whether you make that stuff public or make it private. Texas, what do you think? Do you think Sly should have continued to try to make that private and let EA know about it, or was it the right move making that video public?
Right move to make it public, because you got to put pressure on companies like this that will tried. I mean, they probably can't fix it. It's probably something that they can't do, but they can have stiffer penalties for people who are out here doing it. And now that people know how to do this, EA came back and reacted kind of harshly, banning a lot of people, it looked like, this past weekend league. But he did it privately. They just didn't do nothing about it. Like, you put one of the videos out and telling them how to do the glitch with Madden 15, and then apparently people were giving them stuff but Madden 16, 17, and it still didn't fix it. So why keep it quiet when, if you do it publicly, they'll have more incentive to fix their game? I'm cool with him doing that. I enjoyed the video. I don't do it, and I watched it. And for this weekend, I didn't get decent at all. I played 19 games, and not a one person decided to kick me out. I guess because EA decided to react in a way that would scare them straight.
Yeah. Would you have put that video out like that, Texas?
Yeah. I mean, they don't talk to me. I DM these dudes. They don't reply back to me. So what's the point of doing it privately? Like, I was thinking about doing that solo challenge glitch and trying to get EA to give me like 1,200 points a week, maybe a month. But like,
wait, what?
I was trying, like, because like sometimes EA, if you scratch their back, they scratch your back. I was trying to like maybe get them to like, I know a glitch in the game. I won't put a video out, but you guys got to pay me to keep quiet. But like, then like everybody figured it out, so I had to put it out immediately. But if I was like, I'll do stuff that way. I'm not gonna just do stuff out of the goodness of my heart if they're not doing stuff out of the goodness of their heart to benefit me. You dig?
I gotcha.
You dig? Because like,
yeah, I gotcha.
Rex didn't even pop up in my stream one time. Not a one time during launch, man, and offer anybody free code. So
yeah, but you were on YouTube. They don't give a shit about YouTube.
They can just pop in, be like, "Yo, you're streaming. Here's some code. Bye." Don't promote. Yeah. Don't.
I gave away some codes on stream on YouTube.
Like, I didn't get not a one. And I understand that I promoted coins, but like, this is a new year.
Oh,
it's a new year. I mean, so did your boy Pizza, but like, we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Wait, what?
Your boy Pizza.
Oh, what about him?
He promoted coins, and EA is like, we don't work with coin sellers. I'm like, you do though.
Wait, he does currently promote coins?
He did in like February last year. And EA's like, if you want to come down here to EA, you gotta delete all the videos that have advertisements on them. And he did it.
And he
really? Yeah, and they still went down there. So like, it's just, they just pick and choose who they want to work with. And I'm down to help spread the word and help people figure things out if they don't know it themselves. But if you gotta be either good friends with me or you gotta pay me. One of those two.
I gotcha. But wait, are you currently being coin sponsored though, Texas?
Yeah. Yep.
So,
but no, this is before though. This is before. This is like August. I was good for about a month.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, nah, we ain't really messing with this guy. I just wanted my subscribers to get. I mean, you don't gotta punish me. Like, you can punish me, but you can at least come on my stream and give them some codes.
So, Bengal, they came into your stream and gave away codes on YouTube?
Yeah, I've developed some tight knit connections, and they said, hey, this is what's gonna happen, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I really didn't play any part in it. I was just kind of streaming, and it was a thing that happened.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool.
Sounds like a crime that just happened. I was just sitting there, and it just happened. But so, Bengal, would you have made that video?
No.
About the disconnect glitch?
Scumbag. No, I'm just kidding. It's not my type of content, so I definitely would not have made a video. But hypothetically, if I was in any of your situations, yes, I would have. Like, I personally wouldn't, but I would. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. All right, cool. All right, so we talked a little bit about Weekend League, right, Texas? Has your opinion changed on it since you played it?
No. My opinion's actually kind of stiffened on it since I saw these past Weekend League packs. I'm glad that you did not get your packs the first time, though, because I don't think your packs would have been as good the first time as what you got this past when they delayed it a couple of weeks.
Well,
you got double
okay.
Everything.
Yeah, I see. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't care
See,
about that?
no. What I care about, the first week, sure. If they double all the S1, that's fine. I wanted it on time the first week, so I could be like, so I could get those YouTube juice.
I understand that. I understand that's what's all that matters, trying to get the number up on your channel. But what they gave you for basically just missing out was well worth grinding to get to elite tier, get 23 wins, 22 wins. That was dope. You got 400,000 coins, which what it should be. What you got, what reward should be for winning all those games. I saw Scomo pull Hot Shugs packs, Dubbed Out Racist packs, and then 2 other guys as well. And in those packs, I think like only one of the guys he pulled packs for ended up getting like 3 really good pulls. And these guys are out here winning like 21 to 23 games. Like they're winning. They're the best of the best. And then I saw Hot Shugs pack. He pulled 1 card worth 150, 150K. Everything else is worth like less than 50,000 coins. And so looking at those packs this past week, and I'm like, I don't want to get to elite tier, especially getting 19 wins and getting 1 elite fantasy pack. Today or last week, or not last week, this past weekend, I just got to 15 wins and stopped playing because I was like, I'm not trying to grind at 19 to get an 84 overall elite potential. Now those packs can be greatness in them, but until they decide to make those packs better, I remember we had talked about this before when we found out what the rewards are going to be. Why did they give us 80 overalls in packs? Like, what is the point of that? And I believe you said that's because, cause maybe the 80 overall would be going for more than 84. That's not the case this year. That's not the case at all this year. None of those 84s really, 80 overalls go for more than 84s. And so, why are those in packs? Like, why am I grinding 12 hours out of my weekend to get 280 overalls guaranteed to 184? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So, until they up the rewards, I'm only going to get 15 wins whenever I decide to play Weekend League. Then I'm just going to hopefully get lucky out of the gold tier packs.
Let's circle back to this in a second. I know Bengal said he has to go pretty quick. I want to hear your prediction for the Giants game before you go, Bengal, and what's going to happen in the game, and tell us. Let's hear it before it actually happens.
Odell's back, so he's probably going to get quite a few targets, depending on how he plays in the injured ankle. Giants probably will kick 2 or 3 field goals over the course of the game, so just put 9 points on the board. And I'll say maybe score 2 touchdowns. So
really, 2?
What?
2 with a hobbled with a hobbled Odell and no offensive line. 2 of the worst tackles I've ever seen play football, and I have Matt Khalil on my Panthers roster. Like, are we doing this right now? 2 touchdowns?
Eric Flowers should not even be considered an NFL tackle. I don't know what he plays. He plays revolving door. I don't know.
Y'all drafted a guard that was supposed to play tackle, but wasn't good at to play tackle, so he moved him inside. And he's your best lineman.
Justin Pugh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't see them scoring any points with a hobbled Odell Beckham right now.
I do, personally. I think the Lions defense has played well. They played very well last week. But I think it's going to be a different game. Giants are going to target the running backs out of the backfield quite a lot, Shane Vereen. So I'm going to say the Giants score 23 points. And I'm going to say at least 2 touchdowns for the Lions. I'm going to say they score 17. Mark me down 23-17 New York Giants on Monday Night Football with the win. Granted, there is bias there, as I am a Giants fan. Take that into account.
I was almost confident you were going to go one of them, those old SNL sketches with the super fans. Be like, Giants 402, Lions nothing. But Odell will be held under 200 touchdowns. Yeah. 200 points himself.
Yes, he'll be held to that.
Yeah, under 200 points. All right, so Bengal, thanks for stopping by. Me and Texas, I guess we'll wrap this up after you head out. Have fun watching the Giants. Take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping on the podcast again, Bengal.
Been a pleasure being here. I'm sure for you guys as well. Anyway,
thank you for not ending our podcast.
There's a lot of time left in the week. Thank you guys for having me on. I hope to be on again shortly. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. But I understand there's other guys that got to get on. You got to boost up those channels like Chewbacca Lama and TT2 Trash. Thank you, though. And I will see you guys later.
All right, take it easy, Bengal.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Texas. Getting back to Weekend League. Now we can trash talk Bengal in private, and he'll never know. Yeah. So back to Weekend League and your thoughts on it. And so I got the double rewards. I ended up making like about 1 million coins off of it. I thought I saw Ghost for a little bit. That was kind of the weirdest I don't know, hour of my life. I thought I ghosted Madden. But let's not talk about that because I don't want to.
The embarrassing I pulled Ivor twice pack.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was like, that's happened to everybody. Because, like, if you do the team leader solos, I pulled the pack and then backed out of it. And, like, where's my pack at? Go back out. Oh, I just did this. Where's my card at? So we all have done it.
But anyways, so with the weekend league and what you're talking about with the 80s going for more than 84 and stuff. What happened this year in the game and the way they did the ratings, I hate it. What I want is like specific budget players to play well for the job you do. You know how Bill Belichick is such a good coach because he finds guys that fit his scheme and do one thing he wants them to do really well, but they're not like the greatest all-around player. But he is able to win with these role players. So what I want out of budget players is them to do something like maybe like this really slow, heavy guy has got like 93 block shedding, but it's like 40 speed. But no, those lower overall players have like 60 block shed. They should have higher block shed because they have subtractions otherwhere. Like they used to be a little bit more of this in past mans. I think they should have gone further towards that in MUT. They didn't. They went with the higher your overall, the higher your stat. Like there's no reason Odell should be one of the best run blocking wide receivers in the game. Just because he's the highest overall player. So budget players this year, it's hard to find budget players because the players that are rated lower overall is just basically a 1-to-1 go or plus ones, plus twos as you go up in overalls. So with weekend league and you said the market and these 80 overalls going for less than 84s, it makes complete sense because of the way they rated these players. And the lower overall you are, the better chance you're getting pulled. Therefore, the supply is higher. There it is. Got it out. Texas, anything?
Yeah, it's I just feel like there's just not value there for the guys who are actually winning. So hopefully they look at that, go back to the drawing board, and just improve it. Like I wouldn't mind if the guys in the top 25 all got like 86 or higher packs because they deserve it, and that gives more incentive to play. Because it's annoying right now. Again, when I see Vic, even though my homeboy, when he pulls a million coin card, and then Hot Shugs, who won more games, 25-0, and the 4 cards he pulled don't even come close to what Vic made off of 1. I know it comes down to random pack luck, but at least put the pack luck in their odds in order to get something out of those packs.
Yeah.
And so,
I agree.
But with the 84s, with the ratings right now, I don't know why they went completely in the direction they went. Right? I don't know if that's because they reacted to YouTubers making these videos about overalls not mattering, or if they just wanted to do this from the get-go. Because even flashbacks right now aren't necessarily flashbacks. They're still upgrades. They're not going back and giving them what they were good at for that particular day or for that particular year.
We talked about that with Jake on the podcast. Hey, maybe we should have Jake back. That's probably not a bad idea. See where we are with MUT 18. Yeah. But he talked about that, and we brought up the whole flashback thing to him, and we kind of knew this was coming, didn't we? That they weren't going to do flashbacks like you wanted?
Yeah, I kind of figured they wouldn't, but also with rating, I saw ratings different. Like I saw legend, like the legend sets, like the worst year he had. Like he's like with Chris Carter on the Dolphins. His card's terrible. So I thought there was hope. There was hope there for a second, but then the hope kind of dissipated when I saw Cam Newton. And he's a better passer in 2015 than he is now, which whatever. But with the 80 overalls and the lower tier gold cards and silver cards, I would like for some of them to have the high block shed, but just be kind of trash elsewhere. But they don't. I guess they just got tired of people complaining about the overalls not mattering on cards, and so I guess this is the way to go about doing, like, drastically changing it. So I'm cool with it the way it is right now, but you got to at least make the packs you get better than 80 overall, since they're pretty trash, unless they're a kicker.
Agreed. Yeah. So with that, with the lack of budget players and weekend league and all that talk, I got 7th after. Well, technically I finished 5th, and the audit bumped me to 7th, and then this past week I got 21st. So hopefully I get my packs doubled again, because then it would be worth it. But I think that might be. I say this after every weekend league. That might be my last weekend league, but that wouldn't really. It kills your entire weekend.
Yeah, especially because you're just raging. Our boy came in YM. He was talking about how you lost on because you missed a field goal.
Well, okay, I was up 19-3 on a guy or something like that. It was I don't know. I was up a few scores on him. So I was checking chat, doing whatever. I kicked the field goal like it was going to be an extra point because I wasn't paying attention. And then I missed. I'm like, oh, whatever. What ends up happening is that he threw a nice cover 4 beater at me when I called cover 4 to play safe. He got the touchdown. That's fine. He then recovers the onside kick.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then he drives down and scores again. Well, he only needed. So maybe I was only up. No, I forgot. I thought I was up a couple more than 2. I don't remember the exact line. Yeah. So then, anyways, he gets the ball back, recovers the onside kick, wins the game with like a second or 2 left in the clock, and I'm like, wow. He wins the game at 1 point with a couple seconds left, and I'm like, wow, if I would have paid attention, this game I would not have lost. And yeah, that was probably the worst loss I've ever, because I could have prevented it. I could have prevented it with a field goal if I paid attention. But after that, I said F it, and I went and got Vinatieri. So now I can barely pay attention because the thing moves so slow. Plus, have you noticed the leg online
for
Texas?
PATs?
For kicking and leg in general, and it's really obvious during the play selection screen.
So I don't know if this is after the update, but I didn't really play much head-to-head before. But I noticed when I got into a game, like I would press A, and my play call would get picked, or my game would like flag and then speed up, lag and speed up. So I'm noticing it a lot more. And I did lose a game this weekend as well because I don't know if my opponent lagged me or the game lagged on a PAT, and the game ended up being a 1-point game, to where I ended up losing by because the guy came down for a last-second field goal and won the game. But I couldn't kick the field goal. Like I got the accuracy right, but because I didn't get the power right. Because it said late. I'm like, how am I late? I'm good here, but it hit off the crossbar. So I'm noticing lagging a lot more online, but I don't know if that's a product of Madden or if that's a product of my opponent being a dirtbag.
Definitely Madden.
Yeah, so,
100% Madden.
But my worst loss this weekend was I was up 17. I should have won the game, but AJ Bouye came. He's 91-man coverage, and the dude just kept running that offense guys ran last year out of the gun trips, where they do the Seattle play, motion the guy that's on the wheel route out and just throw that the entire time. And Bouye could not stop it to save his life. Like I would put him, I would not press him. I would have him play over the top, all that stuff, and he just kept getting beat by it. And then I ended up fumbling the ball with Cam. The guy went for a sack, went for the strip. Actually, you know how the strip in this game is kind of broken. You can't really strip anybody. So the guy actually hopped on Cam's back, went for the strip, fell off, and then bounced back up immediately, forced a fumble. Guy returned for a touchdown, and he ends up winning he ends up scoring 21 unanswered points on me after throwing 4 interceptions. I shouldn't have lost that game, but I just had a bunch of bad luck happen in like the last minute of the game. And then I threw a pick, which I shouldn't have thrown. Guy was open, but I just made a bad read. I should have threw a little earlier, then I threw it and threw a pick, and he ended up winning the game. But that was my worst loss I had. And then, obviously, the frustrations of getting struck by Kirk Cousins or the possession catch. Can we talk about how the possession catch is cheesy? Can we talk about how, like, are they going to tune that sometime soon?
What's cheesy about it?
You could be right next to the guy, and your guy runs by the ball. It's like the ball morphs into the guy's hand.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand that. Or the ones where they'll possession catch in the end zone, they'll jump out of bounds, and they still rule the inbounds. Like, there's a lot of issues right now with that particular catch. Where dudes
I haven't seen that one.
Catch the ball near the sidelines or and they'll hop out of bounds and then they'll call it a touchdown. And you can't knock the ball to their hand, it seems like, at all. Like, so I hope they tune it because it wasn't cheesy last year. Let's not remember being this cheesy last year.
Yeah, it was pretty bad last year.
Was it?
Sidelines in general have been pretty bad these last couple
the warping of it, the warping of the sideline throws, which is the worst. Anybody can get both feet in bounds. I understand that being an issue, but like I seen dudes just throw the ball literally in traffic and just possession catch it, and they just come down with the catch.
I like that better than last year's where they just drop everything near traffic.
Well, I'm cool
I feel what you're saying, but I feel what you're saying, Texas. But I think the way they've tuned this game to make it so defense heavy, I'm fine with some
offense.
I'm fine with the offense getting tilted a little bit in their favor with possession catches.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, too, especially once they do the 91 zone on most of the guys over here. I'm kind of glad EA is purposely kind of keeping the 91 zones off of a lot of these cards.
Yeah.
Because just imagine dudes out here in 3-4 with cover for a drop and just having 2 cornerbacks and the 2 safeties back there with 91 zone. Like, you're not going to be doing much at all in the way of throwing the ball.
Yeah, you can't throw corners. You can't throw posts.
Yeah. Like,
you got, like, and then they throw hard flats, so your flats are shut down.
Yeah,
all you got.
It's not much you can do. So I'm kind of glad I'm holding off on it, but maybe route running will beat that. I don't know what they could do to make that not work anymore. But, this zone is so crazy. So, Bouye, so a guy had a shot play against me. I was in cover 3. He had a shot play where in last year's games would be open for a touchdown. Bouye, once the quarterback threw the ball, he ran back there to the end zone and knocked the ball out of the dude's before the guy could catch it. So it's game changing how it's crazy right now. So hopefully there's a counter to it eventually besides just running the ball. Because I thought formation matching would kind of tune that, but if a guy just comes out in the this
3-4 cover 4 drop show 2.
Like if he comes out in the I guess the dime one or the 2-4-5 one.
3-3-5.
3-3-5-1. Like I thought formation match will fix that, but you just come out in the 3-4-1 and just eat. I've seen that so much. I think if I play again next weekend, I'm just gonna take a screen cap of my opponent's first defensive play and make a thread on Twitter because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cover 4 for about 15 games.
What you usually do for your first play every single game is called a cover 4 beater. I showed you one online last. Just find that. Just find that. Find that deep post with some those crossers underneath, kind of like the pin concept, and just every single first play throw that one play beater. They're not gonna expect the first play of the game.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing it as well so they can get out that defense. So
how I beat cover
4 is I just block the running back and just find somebody after the coverage breaks down because the coverage can't be on there that long. That's all I do.
Yeah,
it's a terrible way to beat it. Because and then if they want to like put a spy up on Cam, then I literally just sit back there all day.
Yep. Yeah. You know. I don't know if you saw Dubby. I know you're not a fan of the guy. He replied to my weekend league thing about cover 4 being everywhere, saying throw your running back on like a hitch route and just playmaker him left to right against your opponent, against your opponent's user, and throw checkdowns like that and just rack yards all the time.
Yeah, it works that way too. I either throw to your running back, throw to the flats, or use your quarterback if he has legs to scramble. So that's if you can't find one play to beat it, just try to just make him mad, make him frustrated to the point where he'll lose. But then he'll still end up winning though because then you have trouble scoring in the red zone.
Yeah.
So it's cover 4 is just like this dude. I come out in goal line and dudes out here just in 3-4. Like, yo, match my fucking formation, man. Match my formation. Like, I was complaining about that. I don't want that in the game, but I kind of want to see how it would look if he didn't formation match there.
Yeah. Against that 3-4, you could try and draw near the goal line. I played Gaming Powerhouse.
Amazing.
Yeah. I played Gaming Powerhouse. He threw a draw at me at the goal line when I did a 3-4 to cover everything, and I was like, "Oh shit, he scored!" So we're gonna draw against that drop 4, drop 8.
I just need to get better offensive lineman because my left tackle. Because usually what they do is they pinch and they spread their outside linebacker, so the left tackle will go block nobody and he'll run to my running back. So I got to get a better left tackle, I guess, that has better like field awareness to be able to go block somebody because I'm tired of running draws and tripping over him, and then LT never stumbles, big kid fumbles, and I'm just mad. So hopefully, it's just
an avalanche of bad things.
Yeah, it's a big mess, snowball effect of just bad luck. Yeah. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing how my team plays this week, though, because I made the decision that I'm going to sell everybody I can. I'm going to buy Eric Weddle. You know, he has no speed. I'm buying Eric Weddle. He's not even zone on him.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. He's not even zone. He's slow.
Yeah, but speed matters a lot. Speed matters a ton, though.
Not in 3-4 though. If he's out here at being like the free safety, like then it matters. But if he's out here being the strong safety,
no way. 81 speed. I don't care what your zone is. 81 speed out of a safety.
It's like a linebacker though, bro. Like that's a linebacker basically. I'm cool with that. As long as he plays the purples.
Aren't you playing a cover 4 though, like everybody else?
Yeah, I'm running. I run cover 3 mostly. I don't really run cover 4 because that's pretty much not been my defense for the past 4 years. I ran cover 3, and I just don't make mistakes. So what my philosophy is my buddy Ryan has Boye, so I'm gonna buy him. He also has Aqib Talib. So what I put Boye on the right side, and I put the safety because Eric Berry was there last. He plays the purple, and so if I put those two guys over there, the right side should be shut down. I can watch the left side and then just hope my linebackers play the middle perfectly. Like, I could shut down one side of the field, which is my plan. He's not going to play deep. He's not going to be any way, shape, or form being a guy that's going to be, like, playing free safety for me. He's just going to be underneath while Boye is playing over top. And I think that's going to be a good lockdown side of the field for defense. Because he's the only safety in the game right now that I can afford. Because he's cheap, he's slow. I'm kind of glad he's slow. That I can afford that'll hopefully lock down one side of the field with Boye.
He's still $400K.
He's $350 on PS4. I can afford that.
Okay.
I can afford that. I'll let you know how he plays this next week in league. I'll let you know how he plays.
Because, do so.
Yeah, because that's gonna hopefully that benefits me.
So talking about weekend league, did you see that drama with Matt Markow and the communication on weekend league and all the previous 3 weekend leagues not counting towards the championship, even though they basically said that is counting towards the championship?
Well, I was under the impression that it didn't because they said to qualify for the championship, you had to play reg teams, and so that's not what
reg teams are going to be the championship, but that's not how you qualify.
Oh, okay.
Qualify through salary cap, yeah.
Got you. So you had to qualify through playing mud for a mode that's not based on mud. Their
Yes.
communication sucks. Like the whole thing sucks. Like, what does that even do? Like, why do I gotta play this game that I might be playing a championship on? That's
I
like
don't know.
qualifying. It's like going to a checkers tournament and then going to the championship and realize it's chess now. Like, what? I've been practicing how to win in this mode, and now you switch it up on me. Like, I guess it keeps you on your toes, but they gotta get better at communicating.
It definitely feels that way. It's pretty bad. I'm right there with you. I skipped the second weekend league, and I wasn't planning on being competitive at all. But for the people that were playing weekend league with the intention of qualifying, wow, did you get boned these past few weekends?
Yeah,
None of that counted.
Wasting your time. Like, I understand you're winning and get rewards if you pull something good, but you could have been basically just labbing with other people, figuring stuff out, and not putting out what you're gonna be running. Because pretty much a lot of these guys probably put out, especially when they're playing guys that are good, showing them their hands, so that when their schemes getting put out on the internet, they could have had like a little bit extra privacy if they knew that it starts this weekend.
Oh yeah, totally. So once again, EA fails in communication with their competitive division. I thought though overall the communication this year from like the MUT and the gameplay guys have been really good. So this isn't something that's normal from EA. Say what you will about the game itself, but the communication this year I think has been excellent. What are your thoughts, Texas? Do you think their communication has been good?
Well, I feel like Jake Stein and who else has been talking a lot? Kralo. Like I've been seeing a lot more responses this year for them being in charge or being community managers than I have in years past, which is not a shot at anybody, but we do appreciate the transparency they're showing right now, as opposed to last year where you just kept in the dark the entire time. So it's nice seeing that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So team of the week in the power-up sets. So you want to bring this up because everybody has an ability now.
Because y'all were making fun of me last week, you and Chewbacca along. Like, yeah, I kept saying I want my Vontae Davis. I mean, but like he's not gonna be that good. He's not gonna be. But now he has an ability. So what you gotta say about that now, Gut Fox? Huh? What you gotta say about that? He's tipped. So he'll catch interceptions at a better rate than they already do in this game.
So he has tip drill, huh?
Yeah, he's tip drill, which is terrible, but he has an ability though. I mean, I've seen defensive tackles catch tip picks. I don't understand that chemistry.
I got an ability to fart in a jar. Doesn't mean it means anything.
I mean, but like if you close it and seal it and save it for later, like that might be worth something.
Yeah, well, that's how you save gas.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I was looking at that little rim shot there, but I might add that effect in there.
So I don't get the I don't get the point. I don't get what your issue is.
So like it was just Vontae Davis, but like all the cards now. So a lot of the guys. So if you wanted to use a decent cheap quarterback, like if you can't afford Derek Carr or you can't afford like a good pocket quarterback, which is what you need this year if you want to have any success throwing the ball down the field in the pocket. You got the Eli Manning well now as conductor, so you can do your favorite chemistry in the game. I think you was your favorite chemistry out of all of them last year was conductor. So if you want to use him, like that's an option. You got Energizer on Todd Gurley, which is a really good halfback. So if you guys can't get LT and you want a halfback that's gonna be pretty amazing for you, I think he has high truck. I think he's 89 trucking, like decent speed as well. He can basically help you out with that, so you can keep your standard refilled. Some guys got secure tackler, some guys got battle ready, some guys got what's the other one? I think maybe some pick six stuff. So I'm liking the abilities on these cards, and I'm glad that they added the power up sets for the unauctionable, untradeable team leaders. So that way you can at least get rid of that team leader chemistry. And if you're going for the actual chemistry, you can get the one that you want to benefit your team. So that's what I was more excited about, because I'm liking that a lot of the players that weren't usable are now semi-usable because they have something extra other cards in this game don't have to offer.
I get what you're saying. Do you think so with these power ups?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that these only cards that are going to get abilities this year, or do you think we'll get some other cards like from promos that'll have these abilities?
Well, this is interesting because I don't know why none of the 90 overall cards have it, but you get to power them up for it. So like, I don't know why the Calais Campbell 92 that came out this past week doesn't have secure tackler on them. I don't know why you have to do the power-up set for the 90, for 89 to the 90 to get secure tackler. So I thought they might just do 90 and higher, so that way they kind of keep it there. But then we got the GOAT editions where they only had, it was 87s that got it. And so I don't know how that's going to go. I'm hoping that anybody that you can get it, if they have a power-up set, then we'll get players eventually to have that come on them automatically, or the ability of them automatically. But only time will tell what EA decides to do with that, because it seems like they don't got really an idea either.
Yeah, it might be when you point out that card, because his tier 3 has it, but that one doesn't. Mm-hmm. So maybe I wish EA would tell us this, if this is the case, but they probably would never, in order to keep their options open. But maybe it is that way. Maybe the power-ups are the only ones to get it this year, because no other cards have it, right? That are not power-ups? Or am I wrong? Are there other promo players with it?
Well, the goats, obviously, but those are kind of power-up and essentially take baby goats. So I guess you can consider those power-ups as you go from an 85 to 87.
Yeah,
so I guess
true.
You consider those as well.
That's a good point.
But there's some good stuff here, man. That Ryan Kerrigan got a power-up set. He has jump to snap now. He also has
do you think that's going to stay? Do you think that just stays power-ups only are getting these playmakers, or do you think other cards are going to get it?
It has been the cards. I mean, Odell Beckham got it with the 93. I just don't understand their process. I guess Master cards are good because Sean Taylor doesn't. Does Sean Taylor have tip on him? Does she have something on him that I'm not remembering right now?
He has tip drill.
Okay, so Master cards are the ones that have it, which would be the Tony Gonzalez. That's Tony Gonzalez. Odell Beckham, Khalil Mack, and then Sean Taylor. And then we got then Tony Gonzalez got Limited Time Legend. Gonzalez got one.
Oh, right, yeah.
But the Legends don't. So I guess maybe their trend is Limited Time Legends, and then Masters, and then cards that can be upgraded.
Power-ups. That makes sense. We'll see what else goes forward, but yeah. All right.
Moving Amos though, like he has 89 speed fox, 87 zone, which is terrible, but he has also, I think, secure tackler, bro. Like that's pretty bad. It's not bad, bro. You have some good players here, and I'm here to help the guys that are trying to find players for their roster that are good value.
It's a good point, but like you said, with the zone being under 90, it's like kind of the same as anybody else with 89 speed back there, right? Is there any else?
Yeah, at least he's fast though. At least
he can't hit. He can't hit though. Like, wouldn't you rather have somebody like Maurice Alexander, someone with hit power?
Well, I'm getting Sean Taylor. Somebody pick him up anyway. But I guess if you wanted that option, it's an option as well.
Yeah. But all right, moving on. My last question for you. I got this one from Twitter. In your opinion, what makes a good Madden player? What truly makes a player a bum or sets him apart from the rest of the competition?
It's more than likely probably going to do something with countering, like being able to outthink what your opponent's going to do, force the game to do something he's not trying to do. So I think you're a good Madden player if your opponent comes out like running one offense and one defense, and you get them out of that offense or defense. Being able to dictate the terms of what we're going to do here. I think that's what makes you a good Madden player, because anybody can input buttons. I don't think anybody that has an ebook's a good Madden player. I think they just have a better cheat code. Like, I think they have better PEDs than the person you're playing against. But being able to be like, yo, I see you are out here in this defense. Now get about that defense. And when he gets out that defense, counter that to something else that he didn't expect.
I generally agree with that. And we'll get to the bums discussion a little bit about what makes a good player. So I think with this community and with defense in general, everybody's kind of gravitated towards one meta, one blitz, one coverage. Like this year's the 3-4 cover 4 drop show 2 year, or meta right now until it gets patched, hopefully soon. But I think defense, it's kind of hard to separate players making adjustments. I don't know. Top end guys with good users. Geez, is it more the stick skills with the user or the adjustment you could make to get it? Because like Madden, in an ideal world, you can counter anything, and not in one coverage and one blitz isn't overpowered over another. That's what they're trying to go to, and they haven't quite got there yet. But they're trying to give us the tools, trying to give us the things to beat these coverages. So yes, I would agree that makes a good player on defense. On offense, being able to run more than one play. Well, I don't know. Texas, you say it sounds like you want to say something.
Well, I was gonna say it makes sense as well, because I mean, I play a lot of guys that just run one play, and I'm like, you're not good at the game, but they run that one play because it's all they know. And if you are good enough at this game where you can shut down that one play, they just quit the game.
But a lot of times, like one play, they'll know it so well and everything off that one play, that one setup, that they are a good player, though. Like, you see the competitive guys, their offense is basically 3 plays. But they've run those 3 plays 10,000 times. So it's like the old, like, you know, the Bruce Lee saying, it's not the man that's practiced 1,000 kicks that I'm worried about. It's the man that's practiced 1 kick 1,000 times. So they're so familiar with those plays and how they break and how defenses break against them that they are technically good players because they can win with those 3 plays. Yeah, but do you consider that a good player?
No, because Bill Belichick doesn't win 3 plays. Like, Bill Belichick is probably the greatest coach of all time, and he doesn't win with just running the same thing over and over again. Being able to adapt is what makes him a really good coach. And I think anybody that can adapt to what their opponent's doing on the fly and have something ready for it, what makes them good. I feel like if you run the same things over and over, I mean, like, you're good at that, but you're not like a virtual. Like, I'm trying to think, like, you're not a savant in a sense where guys can pick up instruments and just become great at it immediately. But there's some guys who are special in one thing. They're great at what they are in that one thing, but I don't think them as like a great talent overall.
Yeah.
Like LeBron James,
like in
pretty much. And
yeah.
So, but like Kobe Bryant has more championships.
But that's like professional football, professional basketball. This is just Madden. What makes a player good at Madden? And because they can only use like 1 or 2 plays against their opponent, like, and that makes them a great Madden player, right?
And, well, in some people's eyes, it does. I'm not too sure what Problem's claim to fame was. I don't know if he was out here doing 1 play back then, or if I don't know how he got as popular as he did. No slight, just I didn't. It's just
well, the thing is,
yeah,
he wins. That's why he's popular.
He just wins.
No matter what no matter if it's a fullback dive or the nickel blitz or the PA end around, Problem just wins, no matter the tactics, and that's why he's, you know, the greatest of all time in the Madden community. No matter what he spams, no matter what he uses, he wins. And does that make him a great Madden player?
Well, I think it makes him a great Madden player. I believe it does. It's just, but he also can adapt though, except for he lost his stiff and didn't really adapt at all. Just kept doing the same thing. But like it's more than I think it just comes down to maybe consistency just makes you a great Madden player more so than anything else. Than always being the guy that's always at the podium is probably the correct answer. I would think. Yeah,
I agree. So what, in your opinion, makes a guy a bum? Like, I hear a lot of people. I hate this word. It's used so often by people, and they're like, this guy I'm playing is a bum. And I'm like, do you have to say that? Do you have to put down your opponent like that? Like, do you have to like
always, man? You gotta let them people know I'm playing a bum right now. Typically, it's really easy to identify a bum. They're usually standing next to a dumpster fire to keep warm. Like, you can it's pretty easy to see what they're doing. So
what if I just like to watch things burn though, Texas?
Like to watch the world burn? You might need to go I might need to call the cops on you. You might be a sociopath, or is it a psychotic?
But I'm not a bum. But I'm not a bum though.
Maybe you are though. You just don't know it yet.
Oh damn! This is blowing my mind.
Right. I don't know what I'm talking about now. But what I do, like how I identify a bum is if I know what he's running and I know how to stop it, and he still throws the ball directly at me, he's a bum. But typically, bums don't beat you. Bums are the ones that, like, you can call them a bum if they're, like, beating you right now, and you know what they're doing, your team just can't stop it because they get lucky. Those are how we identify bums. And so we all run into bums playing weekend league or playing competitive play, or where we're in game right now, and you know what they're going to do. You make the adjustment to stop it. He still makes a dumb read, but his receiver bails him out.
Okay.
That's what we call a bum. Like, we know he's going to go to the C route. We put Bradham or we put a safety on the C route. He throws the ball. Your guy goes for the pick, and he just trips over the guy trying to catch the ball, and nothing happens. Or he possession catches it, and like, that should be a pick, but nothing happens. Or the guy that before half is in the red zone at the 30-yard line or 20-yard line, and he throws the ball into triple coverage, and your guy doesn't catch the pick, and he gets a field goal out of it. And then that basically kind of, you may lose the game because he gets 3 points when he sheds 0.
I get what you're saying. That makes sense. I feel like it's overused, but no.
It is overused a lot.
I think it's a lot of people say that when they're losing in a game, and it's like, maybe your opponent's really not a bum, but you're just losing it, and you want to feel better about yourself. So say this guy's getting lucky.
It's like when I lose, like I got 4 excuses when I lose, and one of them is always he's a bum.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I rarely be out here saying I lost straight up. Like, typically when I lose, it's because some shenanigans took place. But it may not make him a bum, in the grand scheme of things, but it was a bum read, and he got lucky for it.
I gotcha. But the thing is, like, with zones being so tight, it feels like everything's a bum read now. Like, there's nothing that's, like, butt naked anymore.
Nothing at all, but if I'm rushing 3 people, bro, don't throw the ball in double coverage. Like, wait for somebody to get open.
That's true. All right, Texas, that's all I got. Anything for you?
That's all I have right now. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. We talked about Sly and his controversy. I mean, we could talk about how some people made fools of themselves saying that Sly's video affected 5 million people, which was just an outright lie. Like, there's no way 5 million people play Madden Ultimate Team.
No. Do you think Madden sells 5 million copies a year?
I would say easily 5 million copies.
Really?
But I don't think people play Madden Ultimate Team because it's the only football game out there and people want to play it. So I think 5 million copies is probably easy. I think I don't know. I want to say I read a while ago they sold like 10 million copies back in like Madden 16.
No way.
I think it's 10 million. But they make more money.
I'm looking at VG charts.
I'm making stuff
and
up.
It's okay. Well, this is just Xbox One.
Yeah.
For Madden 17, it's 2.3 million.
2.3 million. So
for Madden 17 Xbox One. Where is it?
That was on 4 consoles too, wasn't it? Or on both consoles?
But let me take a look. Yeah, it was. Oh, PlayStation 4 sold 3.15 globally in Madden 17. So yeah, it's over 5 in 17.
I think in 16 is probably a little bigger numbers as well, since they didn't give away as many games back then as they did now. They may account as a giveaway as well into their sales of it. But yeah, 5 million people is probably what like that maybe buy the game, maybe more, but there's no way 5 million people play MUT. There's no way.
No, clearly not 5 million that play MUT.
Like, I feel like if that was the case, EA would have cheaper bundles in the game, man.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So
but I mean, why make it cheaper when you can make it more expensive and make more money?
You could do that, but if you got that many people playing it, bro, you got a market there. I would try to get inside the mode, inside the tent. Because right now, like what EA is trying to do is get these guys inside the tent, but they're trying to entice them in the tent with like nothing fun. Like there's not really anything fun about MUT if you don't know what you're doing.
So how would you make MUT fun?
No, I think MUT's fun for guys who know what they're doing, but people that don't know what they're doing don't have fun playing MUT because all this is solos.
What else could they do? That's actually a really good point. Let me say this: they removed everything outside of the game except for solos. Like, where the fuck are the quick sells outside of daily?
Yeah.
Why can't I make a quick sell?
There's no quick sells. There's no flashback packs.
Yeah. Where the hell am I throwing
badges?
Where are my throwback packs? Yeah.
Throwback packs. You had the even the back in Madden 13. You had the predictors that were weekly matchups. Like a lot of stuff that they did that was fun.
15 also, yeah. I think that.
But
what are those things where you could sell them on the auction house? So I remember somebody went balls deep in Madden 15 on one. They weren't called predictors. They were called
Monday Night Performers or whatever, Heroes.
No, not the Monday Night ones. Those guys were good. Those were a good way to scam kids out of coins. Those Monday Night ones. I'm glad they got rid of those. Maybe. What the hell were they? Anyways, the coin ups where you could sell them on the market.
Yeah, the coin ups for the draft and stuff like that.
You could buy a whole shit ton of coin ups every single week and then like risk all your coins on one thing trying to happen in the game.
Like
that was awesome.
Thing, like a safety happening in the game, 50K quick sell. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And people were selling for 5,000 coins, so because it probably wasn't gonna happen. If it did, you had 30 of them, you made a lot of coins. So like, there's not like if you know what you're doing, because I get this question all the time. Text what I need to do in this game, and I'm like, just play solos, but that just sounds boring.
I know. Why isn't there something else in the game? Like, yeah, where we can't play. How do we play? Guess Who Madden like we could in 16 or 15?
Yeah, you really can't do that, especially now because there's only 5 flashbacks in the game.
Jesus.
And so you can pretty much be like, oh, we both pull Cameron away. Woo! That's not the same as it was back then. So a lot of the fun is not here right now unless you manufacture, which is what Pack Wars are, which is what wagers are. And for a subscriber, they may enjoy that, but as a person playing the game, there's only 2 ways to have fun: squads and squads.
Yeah.
There's not any other way else to like enjoy yourself playing MUT right now. At least I don't think there is, because playing solos ain't fun. Right now, it takes about 2 hours to knock out one team leader sequence, which is a movie and a half.
Yeah.
And then head-to-head is annoying at times. And then, like, pulling packs can be fun if you pull something good, but more than likely you're not going to. And so the only way you can have fun is playing with your friends. And I'm kind of glad they had the mode in the game because I don't know how this game would be without squads. I don't know how people would be feeling this game without that.
I agree. I really hope they add that kind of stuff. But maybe I'll do a whole video on the things I want them to add or things to look at adding for this year. I think that's a good idea for a video. I'm gonna totally steal that topic conversation here.
You're good, bro. That's what we do here. We out here making conversation, and if you want to make a video about it, do you, bro? Just make sure
Tex.
that it's really good.
I make no promises. You've seen my channel. It's trash. I wouldn't recommend anybody check me out on YouTube. iTunes guys though, give us a thumbs up. We need it for the rankings.
Yes, thumbs us up. We want to be the best Madden podcast on iTunes, so be sure to leave us a rating and a review.
Yeah.
Review.
I think just like a 5-star rating boosts us up in the podcast category.
Which I'm here for. So just help us out. That way we can get some advertisement and get some Dollar Shave Club ads. We can get some the Blue Ribbon. What's that website where they send you food in the mail?
Oh, I don't know.
Like the cook.
I've heard of
get
that,
some stuff like that so Gut Fox can make this money. Since he won't sell out the other way that I think he should.
The coin sponsor. Yeah, so with the podcast, I heard we were briefly in the top 100 of some sort of category. Ad Robs has another podcast. I think he's taking a couple weeks off of his, but he just started his up a couple weeks ago. He said I was just talking to him on Twitter. He said he's fiercely competitive with this stuff, and saw we had a higher ranking podcast than his. I said, oh shit, I didn't know those rankings. And then he's like we were in the top 100 for some category, whatever category we're in. I should know since I put us in that category. Like maybe it's video games, sports video. No, I think it was just video games.
Video games.
We fell out of the category, I think, the next time you try to check. So,
all right, guys, get us back up there, bro. We need to be top 100. That way we can grow this podcast and grow the audience.
Yeah, that's always the goal, right, Tex? Keep growing.
If we got to do some exclusive podcast interviews, maybe we'll get Jake Stein on and just do like exclusive podcast interview. Maybe that might be the move.
I like both sides, but I get what you're saying. Just do a podcast, keep it there, keep it exclusive.
Let's see how that goes for us. See if we can get people to review it for us. That way we can. Because at the end of the day, we all want to grow. We want to make this thing as big as possible.
I mean, that's what life is all about.
Yeah, and that can be.
I mean, really, what life's all about is about growing as a person, human, everything you touch, trying to make it grow, plants, food, good stuff. I don't know. I got nothing. I thought you
were about to be explicit there and say penis, since that's kind of the same thing. But
you
that's not what you went.
Yeah, you got to get your mind out of the gutter. Mine's on the burning trash can. Yours is in the gutter.
I can't get it out of the gutter, man. Yeah, too much stuff to look at nowadays, to where it's always gonna be rotted with bad thoughts.
Are you popping a half chub thinking about boners?
What? Full chub.
Yeah. Full. Ooh, even better.
That's going to be the episode this week, guys. Again, leave a rating and review on iTunes. If you guys... oh, yeah, by the way, I'm not going to put ads on this video. I don't know why my mid-roll ads are going crazy on this, but I'm taking it off. So that way you guys can listen to this ad-free. So that way you guys are good. So sorry about that for those that have been saying that it's been annoying. But you guys didn't say it in my comment section. Like, I've not seen many people complain about it. So it's going to be off of it, though. Next episode is going to be on Fox's channel next week. Link down in the description. But be sure to check out Bengal as well. We'll try to get on Jake Stein next week. Maybe we can get Toke on as well. We'll see what we can do to try to get people you guys want to hear on. Post down in the comment section below you guys want to have on next. If you have a particular guest you want us to reach out to, we'll make it happen. It's been Gut Fox. It's been Texas. We'll catch you guys in the next one.